I'm Courtney Terry, and this is Arts Alive, sponsored by the Arts Alliance of Yamhill County and Meadow Lake Studios, and produced by Meadow Lake Studios. And my guests today are Maggie Bowman and Hugo Serrano. Thank you so much for being here. And you are here you are both metal workers, metal artists, metal
people.
That's great too.
Smiths work.
Yeah.
Smith. Ooh, yeah, that's a good
We're
one
Smiths.
too.
We
Smiths.
make makers.
Yes, perfect. All of those things with metal. And you were just telling me that so few people actually know that there is a metalworking forge here in McMinnville at the Heritage Center.
It has been up and running for years. It's run by volunteers.
Oh, neat.
And I retired from teaching middle school, and I was able to take classes out there and learn from one of the best metalsmiths in the area. And also I learned how to weld and solder when I was 14 in FFA.
Nice.
As
you do.
Right, as farm kids do. And wasn't till I was almost 50 that I learned about silversmithing. And I have met so many nice people in the world and in the world of jewelry, and I work with students. Mm-hmm. I'm actually involving the high school students at McMinnville High School. There's a fabrication class that I'm talking to this week, and they did a recycled art festival this last summer. So I'm gonna see who else might be interested in metal arts.
Oh, neat. Well, it's so cool that we have the facilities here. And then Hugo, so these are yours.
Yeah.
Which is, it's so amazing.
Why?
Why is a great question. Like, where did you begin? How? I mean, really, just let's.
Yeah,
all
well,
of them?
I'll see if I can keep it short. All right, so I was brought up in South America for quite a time in the Highlands there. The capital city is old 15th century, or it was founded in 1535 or something like that. So medieval stuff everywhere, old cobblestone streets, art, all that. So that was my first thing into that world, medieval type stuff. Then grew up, started always, sword fighting, doing all that typical kid stuff, watching Highlander, all that junk. And then I got involved in
behavior, yes.
Yeah, got involved in a medieval group, and I needed a suit of armor. And then one day I just picked up a hammer because I couldn't afford it. I was a kid. Well, I was 20. And I just started hammering metal and discovered I could do it. And I was also a sculptor. I've drawn since I was a little kid. Then I went to college, got a degree in fashion, which I don't use, and started.
I don't know. I think it applies.
Started working in the movie industry, doing specialty props and costuming, and got hired on originally to build armor. And then I just kind of went from there, and then discovered silversmithing and jewelry, and so right now I do a mix of everything. Armor, weapons. This is a prototype for something I'm working on. It's a handle for a Venetian sword. So this sort of goes here.
But the best part is the lion on that.
Little lion.
I didn't even see that before.
Yeah,
well, that's amazing.
Cast in bronze. So there's all these cool little details, and working armor was just something, I got to tie in ergonomics and function, like this guy could, you can't really tell, but it could turn its head. It's got a mannequin in there, but it could turn its head. It has an exchange face, which is this guy. So this will come off, this guy will go on, and this is based off a Italian sculptor from early 1900s called Adolfo Wilt, and he did all this kind of, I think it was brutalist, something like that type of Mussolini area stuff.
That's good.
And and it was actually an art style from the time. But when I worked on Chronicles of Riddick, I got really inspired by the art they used as reference, and it was so out of my brain because I was brought up around all that. So I got inspired by that movie to work on this for myself, and here we are.
Here we are,
Yeah.
and now you're in McMinnville.
Yeah.
And that's so interesting. So it sounds like you've had a career in metalworking, and then you came to silversmithing later. And then Maggie, it was something that you had done, and then came into kind of afterwards. And it's, I think that's kind of the.
It's funny. You said 50. I started when I was about 45.
Yeah.
Is when I discovered I can make jewelry. Okay, and that's how it started.
Which Oh, that's so incredible. And having no knowledge about the metalsmithing community here in McMinnville now, is it the materials? Like, is it where?
You do
How do you do it?
You do have to order the materials. You have to have suppliers. I participate in the Art Harvest Studio Tour, so I know David Hansen, who's a coppersmith. I know Steve Tyree, who is a bronze sculptor. I know Dan Boyer, who is a blacksmith and does beautiful furniture and combines wood with that. So knowing all these people, I've missed everybody in the last couple years, my metalsmithing community.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a party for the metalsmiths. We're gonna get together in December and have an exhibition where Anvil Academy from Newburgh will be doing demonstrations. The Forge at the Heritage Center, my blacksmith friends, are gonna be doing demonstrations for us.
Oh, that's amazing.
And they're just so nice, and they just volunteer all their time to work out there. So they teach classes, they've worked with kids, and they're redefining how they want to open that back up again now that everybody's trying to get their lives back to normal. But there are places to learn how to be a jeweler. I know that the high school teacher is working hard to show the kids different ways to use fabrication and not just fixing things and building equipment, but to do artwork. So I hope to involve the art students. The art students actually came and saw my studio doing the Art Harvest Studio Tour as well. So I'm having kids from both classes, the art class and the fabrication class, come out and see exhibitions on how to do cool things with metal.
I know. Well, and I love that as an art form, there's just so, I mean, you can go from the delicate to...
Right, we've
like
both got jewelry
like
on today. We've got
and
jewelry.
Yeah, and then also, you can ride a dragon in your metal art if you want to. A CGI dragon, I guess.
Yes.
But still, there's so many different opportunities and types and like people to connect with. So you'll all be connecting. So Saturday, December 10th.
Correct.
And it will be at the Yamhill Heritage Center.
Correct, yeah.
With the Forge will be going.
It's a full day, it's about 10 hours, and there will be demonstrations going on all day. You can see somebody do gold plating. There will be a jewelry designer who uses we go from armor to 3D CAD design on a wraparound computer.
Neat.
Where the design is created. They print a mold of it and they can cast that in sterling silver. So it goes from the brain to the computer to the mold to the item. So from ancient to futuristic techniques.
And everything in between.
And technology is changing how artists do their work, but this is an art form that will never die.
No, and has lasted for a long time.
These items will outlast us by a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes when I create stuff, I'm like, I'm going to be dust, and this thing's still going to be here, provided somebody oils it.
Yeah.
and
Fair
waxes
enough.
it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
I mean, I don't recommend polluting, but I mean, you could dump that in the ocean and somebody would find it in a long time and be like, oh.
Some kind of bad effect to it, but it added to the art of it, to the patina.
Like
But that's the legacy, and by working with children, our legacy is that we leave good metalsmiths on the planet, not just good metal things.
Yes. I really liked that. That was well done.
Thank you. And that's the purpose. These things are all going to be here for a long, long time, but it's important to leave proteges and apprentices who know how to do this stuff.
And the cool thing is that there's a lot of applied knowledge. So if you can do this, you can make a bowl. Like, let's say something happens and we need bowls. Mm-hmm. You can make a bowl. You could do things that are functional as well as artistic. And it's just amazing that the things that I'm still surprised when I watch somebody else make something. I've been doing this since I was 21. Mm-hmm. And I'm 52 now, and I'm still like, just, like I'm imagining we're going to get together. We're going to be like a bunch of kids going, oh, and check this out and check this out. And that's, to me, one of the fun things of working with people and teaching them, because you actually are learning yourself, no matter how old you are.
Absolutely.
And, I wish I would have known about this when I was even younger.
Me too, which is why it's a family-friendly event.
Yes.
I want middle schoolers running around.
Okay.
I love middle schoolers, their energy. This is right up their alley.
Yeah.
You put a hammer and a piece of hot steel in a middle schooler's hand, and you've got them for an hour or two making stuff. And they go, wow, look what I made. So.
And so is there admission for, it's a $5? Is it that?
It's also a fundraiser for YCAP,
Excellent.
our local food bank, and 5 cans of food
Wonderful.
as a donation.
So either of those. And so it starts 10 a.m. and then
Goes to 8 p.m. And some people said that's too late for a show, and I said not if I bring food carts and hire live music. So it'll be fun.
That sounds like so much fun.
Come out and have dinner with us, and hopefully there'll be fire pits. I'm working on that. And
Okay.
there will be toasted marshmallows and s'mores going out there. So.
I mean, community, art, melted chocolate, those are the things that bring people together.
I think so.
That's so, and so how many artists will be there?
There will be 30 different artists.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
With sculpture, fabrication. There will be about 10 jewelers. There will be goldsmiths, silver, people who work with copper and brass. All sorts of fun stuff. And a lot of the artists that are coming teach classes. So if you have a stone you've always wanted to make something out of, bring it. If you have a knife that needs to be sharpened, I have a friend who specializes, and his booth, his entire event is sharpening blades.
Oh, wow.
So he will be there. Another friend just invents tools and sells them because he works with metal and helps other people. So a little bit of everything.
Yeah, like a metal art village.
One of the people I really want to highlight is Dixie Jewett. She has artwork out at the Heritage Center, a giant horse. She has a giant mastodon and a horse between the Air Museum, and she is still going. She hasn't done a show in about 10 years, and she is so excited to be showing again at this event. If that's what this event is known for, is letting Dixie Jewett come out and show her work, I'm really happy about that.
Oh, that's so fantastic. Well, wonderful. Okay, well, and that's just a few weeks away.
It is.
So, thank you. Well, thank you both so much for coming and sharing your art and about the upcoming event. And I'm so, I'll
I don't
be
know,
there.
I think maybe you should try the mask on. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, sure. You're not going to break it.
I mean, I'm known for.
Wow.
Oh, that's so cool.
You should see it from this side.
I had a Halloween costume that included some horns, and I feel like that
We could make horns for you.
Oh my goodness.
There will be somebody at this event that will make horns for you.
That's so exciting.
Frankly, I'm looking for someone to make me a crown. So I think I need a crown.
Yeah, I would. Everyone should have their own crown that they can just kind of stalk around in and expect people to just get out of their way for.
Exactly.
Well, that's so fantastic. Well, thanks again
Thank you.
for sharing with us. And this has been Arts Alive with Courtney Terry. Thank you. Oh,